Hello, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the 2024 presidential election as if it is Donald Trump's best case scenario. We're going to be looking at every individual state and looking at what Trump's best case scenario there is. So, firstly, starting off with the safe Harris states, we have the state of California, Hawaii, Colorado, Oregon, Washington, the state of Illinois, New York, Vermont, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, DC, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Donald Trump will win the state of North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, South Carolina, Indiana, the state of Iowa, and the state of Ohio by safe margins. He will also win Alaska. He will also win the state of Idaho, Nebraska at large, Nebraska's third, Nebraska's first as well. Firstly, we'll look at the state of Nevada. So Donald Trump, if he, in his best case scenario, will win the state of Nevada, he will do this with a similar path as Joe Lombardo in 2022's gubernatorial elections. He will do so. What Lombardo's path was improving the margin in Clark County from 2020 and also improving in rural areas. So Donald Trump would need to, in his best case scenario, would be getting a significantly improved margin in Clark County, Nevada, which would easily lead to a victory. So Joe Lombardo lost Clark County by 6%. In this scenario, Donald Trump probably gets within 4 or 5 points, giving him enough to win the state. It's a reminder that Joe Lombardo won by 1.5% and lost Clark by 6. In Arizona, Donald Trump would need to improve his margins from 2020, but his best case scenario is probably just short of where he landed in 2016 in the state. He would have to improve his margins in Maricopa County or just stay the same without bleeding too much suburban vote. He would need to keep it within about 1.5% to 2%. Keep Maricopa County within 2.5% or 3%. He would need to improve in rural areas such as Pima County and also Santa Cruz by 5%. This would give him a 2 to 3% win in the state. New Mexico, in the best case scenario for President Trump, would be in the lean Democratic category. To win there, Donald Trump would need to massively improve his margins, including winning Sandoval County and significantly getting the margin up or down. Putting the margin in Donna Ana County in the south of the state, where he lost it by over 20 points in 2020. He would need to get within 10% there for this scenario. Donald Trump would also have to win Guadalupe County to win the election, which is why I don't think even in his best case scenario he can win the state, as he lost it by more than 10 last time. In the state of Texas, Donald Trump's best case scenario is an 8% win of the red color. This can be done by keeping the margins in southern Texas the same, while Hispanic counties trend Republican, while also having San Antonio and Austin suburbs stop trending so heavily Democratic. In Georgia, the former president's path is simple. A significant drop-off in African American turnout, while also swinging the demographic by 10 to 15%, will get him over the margin of 0.3% that he lost it by last time. Kamala Harris, to withstand Trump's gains of African American voters, would need to swing the suburbs in Atlanta by more than 8% from Raphael Warnock just 2 years ago, who's a very popular senator. So in Donald Trump's best case scenario, he wins Georgia by a lean margin. In Florida, Donald Trump's best case scenario, he will win the state by a likely margin, a 10 to 12% margin. He will just win in Miami-Dade County, but fall short in Orange County and also the county above Miami-Dade County, which is called Broward County. He would fall short there, but still win the state by 10 to 12%. In Donald Trump's best scenario, he will win the state of Virginia. He will win that by a very small margin, replicating the Glenn Youngkin margins in the state. This is possible, but unlikely. We've seen with early turnout that Republicans are making significant gains there, and it is becoming increasingly likely that the state is within 7 or 8%. Glenn Youngkin won the state in 2021 by 2%, and he did this by putting up margins in rural Virginia, while also massively improving on Trump's margins in Fairfax County. So, in North Carolina, Donald Trump will win the state by a likely margin, replicating Ted Budd's wins in the state. The former president will push the margin up in certain rural counties, while also improving his numbers in the suburbs, or at least keeping them stable. In Minnesota, in the best case scenario, Kamala Harris will take the state by less than 1% in Donald Trump's best scenario. We've seen in Minnesota, as Tim Walz, the vice president pick, he is a decently popular governor there, winning the state in 2022 midterms. He won by a comfortable margin over his Republican opponent. Sorry. And Tim Walz won by 8% over Scott Jensen there. And if Donald Trump is to take the state, he would need to massively improve in his margins in counties like St. Louis, Carlton. He would need to flip that. Clay County would also need to be another flip, and he didn't even win that in 2016, making it very difficult for him to win. Donald Trump would also have to get within 5% in Dakota County to win that state. In the state of Wisconsin, Donald Trump's best case scenario is he wins it by about 4 to 5%. This is possible with the WOW counties improving massively, him staying somewhat stable with city voters, and Donald Trump could take the state by a similar margin to what Ron Johnson did 6 years ago. In Nebraska's second, Donald Trump's best case scenario is that he wins the state by a bare margin, reversing the trends that Democrats have had in the state for so long. In the district, where Democrats over the last 8 years have turned it blue through suburban trends, which have been seen in Virginia, which Donald Trump could have a decent chance at reversing this election. And in Donald Trump's best case scenario, he does win the state of Michigan. He will improve in Detroit with Arabic voters, and he will also improve in the rurals. Pennsylvania, Donald Trump will win there in his best case scenario. He will improve massively in Bucks County. He will be able to win that state. Donald Trump will win Maine's 2nd district, coming within 5% at Maine at large and losing Maine's 1st. In Donald Trump's best scenario, he will win the state of New Hampshire by the barest of margins. He can do this by copying Chris Sununu's path, which was doing a very, very good job in the Saints. Sorry, not the Saint. Um, in the major cities like Manchester and Concord, and doing and really overperforming there, winning count big the big cities, getting within 10% in Concord County, which is another major county. So that is the path for the former president in New Hampshire. He would need to win Manchester County by 5 to 10% to have a chance there, or really, actually, probably just get within 5%. So that is Donald Trump's 2024 best case scenario to as of today. He would win with 330 electoral college votes. No, this isn't my prediction. It is just his best case scenario as of now. So thank you for watching, and make sure to like and subscribe because we've got a lot of election content coming for the next 16 days. So thank you, and see you in the next one.